Over the last decade, the Northeast has seen an increase in the number of asylum seekers and refugees moving to the region. This has led to the formation of refugee community organisations, who exist to support members of their community. Some of these organisations are formed on the basis of nationality, whilst others have developed in response to a particular need or interest of their members.
In our group, we have different people from different cultures, including Congo, Guinea, Eritrea, Bangladesh, Nigeria. We are open to everyone.
The Regional Refugee Forum Northeast was set up in order to bring together representatives of these organisations to create a strong collective voice for the region's refugee community, as well as providing capacity building support to individual groups. The Refugee Forum is aware that many mainstream organisations and agencies, as well as individuals, do not realise how much grassroots work is being carried out by asylum seekers and refugees in the region.
Tees Valley mainstream community do know that there are refugees and asylum seekers who have settled in Tees Valley, but they do not know, most of them do not know how positive this community is to the Tees Valley community. They do not know exactly what the refugee community is doing. This opportunity was for the mainstream communities and agencies, including funders, statutory organizations, service providers, to get to know the refugees, what they are doing in their communities, and how they could provide and work with these communities more effectively.
So as part of its role of strengthening the voice of the region's refugee communities, it brought together representatives of 14 community groups from across the Tees Valley region to enable their efforts to be recognised and celebrated.
The event was meant to acknowledge and understand what these refugee-led community organizations are doing in Tees Valley.
The celebration event took place on Friday the 11th of December 2009 at Teesside University.
Today is about civilised values, today is about community, and today is about inclusion. And we are so proud as Teesside University to host this meeting, this really important meeting. We're so proud that you've all joined us this morning. Thank you again for coming, and welcome on behalf of the university. And with that, I'll hand over to the chair of the Regional Refugee Forum for the North East. Thanks very much.
Many of us came here with knowledge, skills, and experience from back home that are difficult to translate into our new context. However,
it provided a platform for many diverse community groups to showcase the exceptional work they are carrying out, along with bringing them together to learn from each other and share experiences.
We are a young community movement. We have only started from October. And the best part of working in our community was this experience, because I saw different communities, I saw their programs, I saw how can we learn from their achievements and their programs.
On the day, over 120 people attended, and among the guests were politicians, local councillors, university lecturers and staff from the Vice-Chancellor's office, along with representatives from a number of voluntary and statutory sector organisations. Each group was given the opportunity to create a display highlighting their activities and achievements, as well as making a speech to the audience about their work.
Please welcome Voices for Change.
There's different things that cause mental health to women. Integration, language barriers, HIV and AIDS, asylum seeking. There's so many stigmas attached to all those things. We've got activities that we do, and these activities have been of so much impact to the community. They have helped us to self-awareness and motivation, relieving people from stress, breaking social isolation, networking, referral if needed, raising our self-esteem, like I said.
The refugee-led organisations who attended represented the diversity that exists in the region, including groups from Africa, the Middle East and Asia. This diversity also extended to the activities each group have been undertaking, which includes advice and guidance, sport, healthy living, arts, music and dance, and children's activities.
Right, my name is Akbar, this is Arif, my nephew. We do Sarzamin Man, which is my land in Persian.
Let me start by saying it's an absolute pleasure to be here this morning. I'm delighted to see our mayors here and mayoress here, and our mayoress here this morning. But more particularly, I'm delighted all of you are here. Many of you work in our communities, working with people who are vulnerable, lonely, isolated.
A number of key speakers were invited to the event, and in their speeches they recognised the important contribution made by refugee community organisations in the region and their commitment to volunteering. What did the representatives from the communities think about the event?
It means a lot because I have shown to everyone what I've been doing since I've created this group, what all the women have been doing, and also it helps me to have more support financially with the funders, and I have met new people who have given me their contacts, some people to work with my group.
This was unique. I was talking with a member of the Refugee Regional Forum before you, and I thought how good if we can, have similar parties and celebrations after each 3 months or 6 months to know who has, improved and how, so that we can also drive ourselves into the same path.
I think that there is more awareness of things that were being discussed today, like Voices for Change and Zikon, I think. Organisations like that. So they're raising a lot of awareness in the community, and people are becoming more aware of what's going on, and things that are normally taken for granted are not necessarily taken for granted anymore.
It's lunchtime, so I would love to invite Mayor and Mayoress and RMPs, Mr. Frank and his missus, to lead us to the lunch table. Thank you very much, everyone.
Food was prepared by 4 different community groups representing Iran, Zimbabwe, Kurdistan and Eritrea.
The refugee-led community organizations managed to get an opportunity to talk about what they are doing. They managed to get an opportunity to be recognized. And the mainstream community managed to see what refugees are doing in Tees Valley.
It was also an important opportunity for the groups to share with the audience about the barriers and challenges that still exist which prevent them from fulfilling their potential.
Like you said, it's not easy, obviously.
No, it's not very easy.
But how can we get ourselves to keep on...
You talk to people like to a friend. Give them ideas like, you have any problem, come to me, I talk to you. Don't play like you're a big boss or make anything. You are like them.
The day concluded with the presentation of certificates to each group in recognition of their contribution to the region. They were presented by Bini Araya, Chair of the Refugee Forum, and Herbert Dirahu, the Forum's project manager.
The first group that is going to get a certificate is SACA, Stockton African Caribbean Association, and Julian is going to collect the certificate for us.
She walked away, put a smile on my face. She turned around again, and this time we had a moment. Oh yeah, she likes me, I like her, ain't no doubt about it, no need to think about it. Excuse me, baby, can you be my lady friend? I wanna share my love with you. I walked over and I said hello. I'd love to get to know you, I hope you don't mind. She said anytime you're free, you can give me a call. She likes me, I like her, ain't no doubt about it, no need to think about it. Excuse me, baby, can you be my lady friend? I wanna share my love with you. She likes me, she likes me. I like her, I like her. Ain't no doubt about it, no need to think about it. Excuse me, baby, can you be my lady friend? I wanna share my love with you. Thank you.